Hello and welcome. So today we are looking at a car. We're looking at Gran Turismo 7 on a whole. So today is the last Thursday of the month, and usually this is when we receive our monthly updates. However, this month we did not receive one. Now this is not the first time this has happened, and this is actually because we've received a statement saying that look, Gran Turismo 7 is not receiving monthly updates. It just so happens when they have an update planned, it just so happens we're coming out monthly. So there are gonna be a few months just like this month where we receive no new updates. So with that in mind, that's the problem. With the monthly updates that are already happening to Gran Turismo 7, well, they aren't enough. I am a long-time supporter of the franchise. I will always love the franchise, love Gran Turismo 7. This game has literally changed my life, but it could be better. I'm not gonna complain and get into a lot of the nitty-gritty, but when it comes to myself, I'm not really a online player. I don't really compete, do daily races and such. So when it comes to content or me wanting to come back to the game, there really isn't anything for me. There's nothing drawing back the attention of the player. Now with the monthly updates, you will see the spike in interest come to the game because people want to see and experience what these new cars are like. So without receiving the monthly update, there's nothing really to bring players back. Plus too, even with the monthly updates, we receive 3 cars. You can test and experience the car throughout the month. However long you want, you can just keep on driving those cars forever. Now even with me saying this, there's a bit of an issue. With the cars that are added to Gran Turismo 7, let's be honest with ourselves here. How many of those cars have you driven? Like you've played it since it came out and you've actually gone back to it. There aren't many of those cars out there. I know there's one that I use almost every day, and that's the Suzuki Escort Pikes Peak Special. But don't ask me when was the last time I used the Toyota Celica. The Pontiac GTO, I bought it, I never even used it. And there's so many cars just like that that have been added to the game, and maybe a select few are still using it today. But I know that majority isn't. Majority just waits for cars to come out. The minute they come out, they're like, okay, this is cool. They use it, and then they never touch it again. Like the Aston Martin Valkyrie, I use that vehicle, and every now and again I still go back to it. But the Subaru that came out with it and the Evo, I haven't touched it. I've driven it once, and that was it. It wasn't really giving a unique experience to make me be like, you know what, this car, I have to use it, it's so fun. Whereas with the Valkyrie, it's absolutely insane, and it's just such a load of fun that it makes you want to keep using the vehicle. So when it comes to just like repeating a very similar car, I understand that's what Gran Turismo's done. Gran Turismo is known for having the same car but different models of that same car. I mean, look at how many Silvias we have in the game, and look, I'm not complaining. Bring all the Silvias in existence, put them in the game, because at least you know someone was waiting for that to come to the game. But when it comes to your average player, they aren't really gonna be interested. So it's really hard from their point of view. I can understand to add cars to the game that everyone's gonna be happy about, but that's the thing, you'll never be able to please absolutely everyone, so you just need to aim for the majority. And so far I think they've added a good variety of cars, so how long you use those cars is really up to the specific player. But there could be someone that uses a Pontiac GTO every day, and there could be someone like me who has never even touched it. So it's really a fine line. But with the events that come with it, they aren't really, how do I say, replayable. There's no real reason for you to keep going back and playing them over and over and over again. It's more of, okay, you drive it with the new car that came out, Okay, you have your fun for about under 15 minutes, 20 minutes, and that's it. They aren't really likely to be touched again, and you just move on with life. The updates has a lifespan of, I'll say, max 3 days, with the amount of content that you are given. Even, I mean, I'm able to run through and test out all of the events, play through them in sub 3 hours, and after that there's nothing really to be like, wow, you know, that was an amazing event, I have to play it again. I don't receive that feeling. Now, you do have events like the WTC 700 around Le Mans, the WTC 800 around Sardinia and Spa, just the money making events that will keep drawing players back. Those events have a lot of replayability, and that has to do with how much credits you earn from those events. So if you want players to spend more time playing the game, well, offer them a different alternative to the same 4 events that we just keep playing over and over again. Even if we add a 5th one, you're gonna see players play for a longer time period. So if we receive events that will have a higher payout, we will see players play for longer. Now, I know I'm saying this, I'm a small channel, Polyphony is not even gonna hear this, it's not gonna make a blip on their radar, nothing, and I know that, so you don't have to remind me in the comment section. I'm just using this as a platform to get my emotions out, what I feel, my opinions. So just please don't attack me in the comment section. This has happened before when mentioning anything about Gran Turismo 7 and not praising it, not saying it's the best game ever. Look, I love this game, as already said, but it could be better. Now, even when it comes to players that are die-hard online PvP players, look, even they complain. The servers, the penalty system, matchmaking, it's just not 100%. And from Gran Turismo Sport, Gran Turismo 7 honestly just feels like Gran Turismo Sport, but with a bit of campaign to it. That's all that got added to it. It's not giving the same feelings as Gran Turismo 4, Gran Turismo 5, Gran Turismo 6. There was something about those games that were just so simple and just fun that made you keep coming back, made you be like, okay, you know what, I need to try this out. For a player like myself who doesn't participate in online events, look, I try out the time trial, but you know, there's nothing really for the player to come back. There's nothing drawing the player back to want to come back. And honestly, until Gran Turismo finds a way, even if they add a championship in single player, when you're going through the different menu books through the cafe, they had championships where it was just grouped events using a specific vehicle, and you had to participate and follow a championship series. Basically, that was amazing. I had some of the best fun doing those events. They were extremely challenging and extremely rewarding, and I would love to see more of those events come to a game. So until then, look, we can just hope that we see new tracks come, because it's been quite some time since we saw a new circuit. And as I said, so far Gran Turismo has done an exceptional job at adding what people wanted, but it's just like the game's not hitting as hard. It's just lacking something that I can't even really put into words, and that's really how I feel. I love the game, I'm still gonna keep playing the game, but honestly, it's not hitting how it used to. So let me know what you think. Do you think the game needs monthly updates, just a lot more attention, or is the game perfect in your eyes? Let me know in the comment section down below. Thank you so much for watching, thank you so much for your time, thank you so much for listening to my rants, and yeah, I'll I'll see you in the next one. Peace.